Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be making a skull, be tying a two-tone skull head jig with rabbit hair. And I'm going to get this thing going. I'm going to get this thing in a vise here and seem like an amateur. Maybe I should wear my glasses, huh? Might be able to see things better. What you think? Oh well, here we go. I'm going to be using ultra thread and like a rusty dun color. This is a 6/0 thread. I like thin thread so it don't build up head so much. But I'm going to start it by wrapping it just to about not quite to the bend, and then back to the front. Next I'll be adding some rubber legs, and I'll start it right at where the collar is on this head. Just start by wrapping. I'm stretching it a little bit. I take this reptile rubber. This is round rubber. And I like to have like just a couple strands on both sides of the jig, so I wiggle in it. So now I got it set up where I got 2 strands on each side. Next thing I'll be using is a Magnum zonker. Ooh. Again, I'm going to start at the same spot. I'm going to stay right where the collar ends here. Pull all these legs back. Just start wrapping. So far, so good. And like I say, when I mentioned the two-tone, then I pick up a piece of this strip here is a rabbit zonker. They make great tails. And for the body, you always want to use crosscut. Always use crosscut. It makes things so much easier. You can get by with zonkers, but it's much easier. Take the rabbit, you lay it right. I like to, when I'm wrapping my crosscut, I like to do it not over top, but actually straight down the side of the jig. Then I return it to where the collar is, and then I'll bring this over, hang my bobbin. Now I got this strip here tied in. With that, I push my finger up against the palmer, the rabbit burr, to put it so I could place it exactly where I want it to be. Stroke it back a little bit, make another turn. Probably should try to get this fairly thick. I think I'm going to go about 5 wraps with this. Five. Okay, that's our bunny body so far. Like I say, I haven't done a video in quite a while, so this is the first time I've done this in years. So now I wrapped the rabbit right to where the the collar of the jig and everything is, and then that's it for that. Don't need that anymore. Do some extra wraps. Then I return it all the way up to the head of the jig. And for the rest of the jig, I'm going to use a chartreuse. First thing I usually do is, so I have a little free space, I'll trim just the tip of the collar and get rid of that little, boy, I heard the thing just blew away. So I can have some spot to tie it in and see where I'm actually tying it in at. Again, I do it just from the side. Now I'm starting it at the head, and I'm bringing it back. Bringing it back. Okay. Now the same thing. Put that finger underneath there. Well, by the time it's all done, you don't even really hardly see the white. Oh, that's fine. You're always kind of picking it a little bit. But like I say, I just wrap the second color over the rest. And then, now I'm going to tie off. Get rid of this, get 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to put 5 or so wraps in there. It's fairly tight because I'll tighten it up a little bit more once I get this hair trimmed. Done with that. Now I'm going to build up a thread head. So I pull all the hair back, stick it to my fingers. Now I just start doing some wrapping, and I do something that most people do, whip finish. But I prefer, I've been doing it, that's how I started over 30 years ago. I started doing half hitches, how I learned, before any books and stuff like that. I got shown how to do a half hitch, and it's worked for me all this year, so I continue to do it, you know. Now, I got the thread head built up. I usually do about 5 half hitches. That's 1. Well, I shouldn't even show you how to do this because most people do a whip finish. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're done. And since this is bass jig, I have a tendency, I just like it. Some clear nail polish to put on them threads. I put a good amount in there, give it a chance to soak in. And we're done. Painless. Pretty cool, isn't it? Well, that's all for now, folks. I hope you got something out of this.